The double empathy problem. What if I told you that most miscommunication at work is not about someone being rude or difficult or bad at their job? What if the real problem is something much more fundamental? What if different people's brains literally process social cues in completely different ways? There is a fascinating concept called the double empathy problem. And once you understand it, you will never see workplace communication the same way again. This could genuinely be the most important thing you learn about getting along with your colleagues this year. Here's what's happening in workplaces everywhere right now. Someone sends an email that another person finds rude or abrupt. A colleague doesn't make eye contact during a presentation and gets labeled disengaged or uninterested. Someone takes instructions literally and is called inflexible. We make up stories about what these behaviors mean, and those stories are usually completely wrong. The double empathy problem explains why this happens so frequently, and understanding it reveals a better way forward that reduces anxiety, improves collaboration, and actually gets work done more effectively. What is double empathy problem? The term was coined by researcher Dr. Damien Milton. It fundamentally challenges how we have traditionally thought about communication differences. When communication broke down between neurotypical and neurodivergent people, the assumption was always that the neurodivergent person had a deficit. They lacked social skills. They needed training. Milton's research showed something completely different. The breakdown goes both ways equally. When two neurotypical people communicate, they share similar social processing styles. Communication flows smoothly on shared assumptions. When two autistic people communicate, the same thing happens. Different processing styles, but shared between them. Communication flows because they understand each other intuitively. But when a neurotypical and neurodivergent person communicate, both sides struggle equally. Neither reads the other cues accurately. It's not that one group is socially skilled and the other is deficient. Social understanding requires shared context, and different neurotypes don't always share that context. Why does this matter at work? Because workplaces are full of different neurotypes, many of them undiagnosed. When we assume everyone processes social information the way we do, we create confusion, frustration, and unnecessary conflict on a daily basis. How this shows up at work. Email tone. Someone sends the "Deadline is Friday, please confirm receipt." One person reads this as efficient and professional, another reads it as cold or passive-aggressive. Neither interpretation is objectively correct. They are different processing styles reading through different lenses. Meeting participation. Some people think out loud and process by talking. Others need significant time to reflect before they can contribute meaningfully. When talkers dominate meetings, reflectors are seen as disengaged or having nothing to offer. Neither style is wrong. They are just different. Instructions. Some people thrive on autonomy and minimal guidance. Others need clear step-by-step direction. A manager might interpret the need for explicit clarity as incompetence, when it's really just simply a processing difference that has nothing to do with capability. Small talk. Essential for rapport building for some, exhausting and pointless for others. We judge colleagues by their participation in these rituals, but we are penalizing a processing difference rather than evaluating actual competence. The problem is not the different styles exist, it's that we assume our style is the correct one and judge everyone else against it. The shift to direct communication. The solution is surprisingly simple in concept. Move toward literal direct communication as the default. Direct communication disadvantages nobody. If you say exactly what you mean in clear terms, both literal processors and inferential processors understand you perfectly. Instead of "let me know if you have any questions," say "I expect you will have some questions as you work through this. Let us schedule 15 minutes tomorrow morning to discuss them." Instead of "this could be better," say "specifically, I would like you to expand section 2 with more examples and add supporting data to the conclusion." Instead of "let us discuss this when you have a moment," you say "I need 30 minutes to discuss quarterly projections. Can we meet Thursday afternoon around 2?" Direct communication reduces anxiety for absolutely everyone. Even people who are naturally excellent at reading between the lines appreciate not having to do that additional mental work constantly. So have you ever completely misread someone's tone or intent at work? Or had yours misread? What happened? Drop it in the comments. Your story might help someone recognize a pattern they have been struggling with. Practical steps for teams. Step 1. Make implicit rules explicit. If there are unwritten norms about response times, meeting participation, or communication style, write them down and share them openly. What feels obvious to some is genuinely invisible to others. Step 2, create multiple channels for contribution. Don't rely solely on real-time discussion. Use shared documents for asynchronous input. Send agendas in advance so people can prepare follow-up meetings with anything to add email. Step 3, normalize clarification requests. Make what does success actually look like here a standard question that anyone can answer without embarrassment. When people feel safe asking for clarity, they do significantly better work. Step 4, check interpretations before assuming intent. I want to make sure I understood correctly. Were you saying this single habit catches most miscommunications before they become full-blown conflicts? Step 5, reduce reliance on non-verbal cues for important information. If something genuinely matters, say it explicitly in words. Don't rely on facial expressions, tone, or body language to carry the message. Step 6, create feedback loops. Regularly ask your team, is our communication working for everyone? What could we do differently? Then actually act on what you hear, the bigger picture. There is a genuine shift happening in the workplace culture, increased awareness of neurodiversity, more adult diagnosis, remote working forcing everyone to communicate more explicitly. The skills that help neurodivergent people thrive, things like documented processes, explicit instructions, and written communication, are increasingly recognized as good practice for absolutely everyone. This is not about dumbing things down. It's about removing unnecessary barriers. Clear communication includes everyone. The double empathy problem shows communication breakdowns are mutual, not one-sided. The solution is not expecting one group to adapt. It's moving toward communication that works for everyone. More literal, more direct, more explicit. Make implicit expectations explicit. Create space for different processing styles. Make asking for clarity normal, not embarrassing. Subscribe for weekly deep dives and grab my free diagnostic tool to find out your visibility score, where you might be going wrong at work. Link in the description. See you in the next one. Please like and subscribe.